And I know these niggas mad as fuck. Bitch, I'm in a trap with T and we throw it up.
Y'all already know I always do my brows off camera, even though this is a get ready with me. My brows just take too long and I got a schedule, okay? If y'all see me, looking over and everything, it's just because I'm getting my products. But I really wanted to come on here and just explain like where I've been, what I've been doing, why I haven't been filming. Like, Michaela, what is going on? And it's been a lot. I think the last video that I posted was somewhere around April. And so basically from that last video onward, I have not posted anything else. And there is good reason, even though at the very end of the video, I was speaking about being more consistent, doing more videos, and it's just like, it didn't happen. Essentially, I will literally go month by month from April to now. I won't go into full detail because of course it's my personal life and I don't want to share all of that. But after April, my boyfriend and I, Ryan, who you have seen in one of my vlogs, if you've watched that video, we decided that we were going to move back to North Carolina, which we did. We are back in North Carolina now. After we made that decision, it just became really difficult to keep a film schedule going. Like, there was so much going on with finding an apartment, getting all of our, and look at that shade match. I'm using the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade Marquises or MD5. It's like a very warm shade. But anyway, so yeah, it just became increasingly difficult to keep up my filming schedule while also trying to move to another state. And so the filming schedule just got so freaking far behind that I just didn't have time. There was just so much going on with us moving, with us finding, a new place to stay, trying to get everything switched over, and just making this move such a smooth process. Because when we moved here to Florida, or when we moved to Florida initially, it wasn't that smooth of a process. I didn't have the support from my family that I wanted to move. I had members of my family actively trying to discourage me from moving and essentially making me feel like that I was like ruining my life by moving to Florida. So that of course played a super large role in, making that move hard. Once we moved back, of course, all the support from our family came rolling in, which really kind of hurt me because I was like, well, why didn't y'all support me? And it put me in a funk. Fast forward to the end of July, I get laid off from my job. Yes, I was working as a talent acquisition consultant for a company. I won't say their name just because I don't think that I can, but I was working for them and that ended up not going well because I felt like that the reason why I got laid off was retaliation from me expressing my concerns about the way that the business was being ran. I felt like there was so much pressure on the talent acquisition team to make these quotas and get these numbers and all of that sort of thing, but the resources weren't there for us to do that, So that's why it just became like, okay, I was hurt because I felt like, wow, I've never gotten laid off from a job before, But at the end of the day, it ended up being okay because I was already not contemplating, I was in the process of leaving said job. I think this was just God saying, yep, your time is up. I am removing you from this situation now. And that's really it. So that's kind of where it was. And y'all all know how this job market is right now. Like, nobody can find a job. Everybody is hiring, but nobody is hiring, you know, like, and so it just became like and I'm so qualified. Like, it became this like never ending slope of, oh, I'm feeling good. And now I feel like crap. So I really ended up like, falling into a depression. It really was hard. I gained 20 pounds since we have moved back here. So that of course affected how I viewed myself, what I, looked like, just all around. It wasn't a good situation. And so I literally have been, trying to get myself out of said funk, and it has been working. I found a new job that I actually am hoping to start next week. I had to take a moment to find myself, I guess you would call it that, because I really had just gotten to a terrible place. Like, nothing made me happy. It affected my relationship with Ryan. It affected my relationships with my family. Like, it just was not, it wasn't a good situation. I did not feel my best. I haven't like looked my best. Like, it just has all around been detrimental to myself and my self-esteem. So this is the first video that I have filmed since April, and I'm really excited for the things that I have in store for myself. And of course, y'all know I have said that before, and then still have taken these super long breaks from my filming. But I'm very serious this time about what I'm doing, because like today, I was super excited to film. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm filming my two YouTube videos today. I'm gonna do my makeup, which I have not done in what feels like months. Like, it is just such a surreal feeling to be back in this place, because it really got dark, y'all. Like, and not so dark where I wanted to unalive myself or anything, but it just had me contemplating, like, am I supposed to struggle? Like, is struggle supposed to be a part of my life? Am I just meant to have a crappy life? And I was literally talking to my mom the other day, and I had told her, I was like, I had to change my mindset. Like, I had to do an identity switch. You have to change the way you think about your situation in order to feel better about where you're going and where you want to be. I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm telling myself I'm gonna do this. I'm telling you guys I'm gonna do this. I'm going to flipping do this, okay? I'm going in with the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm gonna mix these two colors. But let's get into these trending topics, because why? I had a little bit of technical difficulty. My iPhone, like, I ain't have no storage. So I think I was sitting there talking about Kyrie Irving and Kyrie Irving and daggone Kanye West. Look how pretty that blush is. I am sick of hearing about the two of them. Like, this is my thing. I think that their views are extremely problematic. I don't agree with anything they say. Anti-Semitism, for whatever reason, is not okay. But the thing that's really starting to piss me off is people tend to forget that these are still two black men. And I'm sick of every single time a black person does something that is problematic or wrong, people use that as an excuse to peddle their racist views about Black people. We should be just as mad as the anti-Semitic things that all these other people say. That is so pretty. I'm like heavy on the blush today. But we should be just as mad as some of the things that all these other anti-Semitic people say that nobody cares about. Like, what they said was problematic for sure. I don't agree with any of it. I think that it's all wrong. But if you're a non-Black person, even if you're part of the Jewish community, hold on, let me pull my camera up so y'all can really hear me. Even if you're part of the Jewish community, if you are using what they're saying as an excuse to expose yourself for being a racist, like, cut it. It's ridiculous. Like, again, everything they're saying is wrong. I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong. I think it's disgusting. I think it's terrible. I think that it impacts these communities in a negative and harmful way. But let's stop acting like in white Hollywood that this has not been a thing, you know, for years. Mel Gibson. Like, I'm just sick of it. I don't agree with it. I think it's wrong. But let's talk about the fact that freaking Uvalde just voted for Greg Abbott to be back in office after he said, oh, it could have been worse after all those kids were killed. Like, let's bring it back to reality. Every day celebrities come out and do crazy things. Like, I'm done with it, okay? Next thing I want to talk about is the age of influencing. The age of influencing has really become something crazy, and I'm saying that like I've been influencing for years, but at this point I really have. Like, I have started and stopped my influencing journey for years now, and I think everybody is trying to find a way to like go viral as opposed to posting content that they really want to post. I love beauty, I love fashion, I love makeup. So that's what I'm gonna post about. But I'm not gonna try to make my content look like anybody else's because this is my channel. Like, if you're gonna make your content and say, I'm using these two girls as examples because I feel like this is what everybody tries to mimic. Stop trying to be a Kyra. Stop trying to be an Aaliyah. Stop trying to be a Diara. Like, everybody's different. We're all different influencers. When you try to make your content be somebody else's as opposed to just being yourself, that's where you go wrong. And then, of course, brands don't want to pay Black people the same amount of money that they pay white people. Like that Victoria girl who has been going viral on TikTok talking about how a brand had gave her like $20,000 and it cleared her student loan debt. And I'm like, girl, when you was asking for $500, $3,000, Black content creators couldn't even get that. So like, I mean, good for you, like, great, but like, come on. I feel like my content is gonna go in such a better direction because I'm at a place where I am accepting myself for where I am and doing the things that I need to do to get myself to where I am trying to be. And I'm not going to mimic anybody. I'm not going to copy anybody. I'm going to be 1,000% Michaela, and that's how I'm going to be successful. Alrighty guys, and this is the final look. Like I said, I just wanted to do something simple, something to get me back into beauty. I feel so pretty right now. If y'all knew when the last time I actually put makeup on was, y'all would be like, Michaela, like, what's happening? What's going on? Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you have not already, go ahead and click that subscribe button at the bottom of this video, along with the notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a video. And as well, if you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up. I love you guys. I'm so excited for where my channel is going, what I'm doing, and taking you guys along for the journey with me. Stay tuned, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
And I know these niggas mad as fuck. Bitch, I'm in a trap with T and we throw it up. Fall, while my